afternoon. It is Monday. It's 1:25 in the afternoon, and I have sprints at 1 o'clock, and I'm very tempted to nip into town now to go and pick up Harrow the Ninth, because I kind of want to read that this week. Full disclosure on this week, my intention was to do a sci-fi horror, queer sci-fi horror reading vlog this week, so a themed vlog this week. But last week I did mood reading, and I read Gideon the Ninth, Hollow and Top Secret, which was a reread, and I had a great time. And I've got like a jam-packed couple of weeks now for the next few weeks. Like this week, my sister-in-law's helping me come and clean the box room up tomorrow, and then I will have the afternoon / evening with Andy. Wednesday, Thursday I'm working, Friday I'll be at home, Saturday I will be at Andy's, it's his weekend off, and then Sunday is Thomas's birthday. Next week I'll be in work Monday and Tuesday at my brother's. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday we'll start moving Andy in. He's got work over the weekend then, and then I will pick him up Sunday evening, and he will be home Sunday evening, Monday, Tuesday the following week. So the next few weeks for me are really fucking busy and jam-packed with life stuff, and I feel I had such a good time mood reading last week that I feel like that's what I need to do. However, the ironic thing is, last night I actually started one of the books for the horror sci-fi vlog that I wanted to do for this week, and I'll tell you about it. It's Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling. This has been on my TBR for a really long time, and I haven't read it. It's now on my 24 books in 2024 list. I put it on for, I think I put it on anyway, for 12 books from me. Priority, TBR. Because I'm sick to death of seeing it, and it's a case of if I don't read it now this year, I'm going to unhaul it. I've had it for such a long time. We're following our main character, who's called Gaia, I think, who lied her way onto this expedition. She's not really qualified for it. She now finds herself in this suit where she's going to live in it for the next few weeks, if not months, and she's in a cave exploring, when the only thing that she's like literally on her own. She's completely isolated except for this voice in her ear, and that's it. However, M, the voice in her ear, can control Gaia's suit. So if Gaia decides to turn around and come back and she's giving the fuck up on this mission, she doesn't want to do it anymore because it's dangerous or there's weird things going on, M can control her suit and stop her from doing that. We've already seen it happen. It's terrifying. So she is, it's a whole thing with claustrophobia, with the cave. I struggle with claustrophobia, not massively. I can go in a lift, but caves are a big trigger for my claustrophobia. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. I'm a little bit anxious, but I'm now on page 60. I started it last night. Gaia's on the mission. We started like in the mission. She's already on it. We've had a couple of conversations with M. Conversation seems to be coming through a little bit more, but whenever Gaia's got a question about the mission specifically, M goes really quiet. And I think that this is a mission that M's put on herself. There's no like big boss. She's not got a team around her to help Gaia out or anything. It's literally just M, and it's a little bit terrifying. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be creepy, that there's going to be like aliens or ghosts or something else happening within this, like there's going to be zombies, like dead people. I don't know. Or whether it's just terrifying in such a sense that Gaia is in this cave on her own, isolated, and she has no control of her entire being because M's got all the control with this suit. I don't know if that's the way it's going to go, but this was one of the books that I had picked for that vlog. And I do think that I am still going to continue on with it because I am intrigued enough to want to know what's going on. These pages are so yellow. I am intrigued enough to want to know what's going on. However, I really want to continue on with the Gideon the Ninth series by Tamsin Muir. I really enjoyed Gideon the Ninth last week, and I would really like to carry on while it's fresh in my mind, despite the fact that I don't know what the fuck's going on, because that's the way with that book. While it's fresh in my mind, I feel like I want to continue. It's not like me to read books back to back, but I think the good thing about this series is that you're you're following a different character each time. So I feel like the narration and storytelling side of it will be different each time. So in Gideon the Ninth, Gideon had no fucking clue what was going on herself, so therefore we didn't. She's quite an unreliable narrator in that sense. Whereas Harrow, I think, has got more about her, and I think she knows what's going on a little bit more, although her story is now going to change because of what happened at the end of Gideon the Ninth. I think Harrow's storytelling will be interesting, and I am looking forward to it, and I kind of want to read that. The ironic thing about this is that although I am still kind of mood reading, I am still, in a sense, reading queer sci-fi horror. Harrow the Ninth is down on Goodreads as fantasy, science fiction, LGBTQ, and then queer, and then horror. So the horror element is in there, so it is still sci-fi horror. As far as I'm concerned, I say it counts. So in theory, I am still doing the sci-fi, queer sci-fi horror books. It's just that I'm mood reading. So there could be something else come up this week. I doubt it, because Harrow the Ninth is like 500 and odd pages, which is bigger than Gideon, that's for sure. So I could just end up only reading these 2 books this week, yeah. Gideon was 487. So I could just end up reading 2 books this week, just The Luminous Dead and Harrow the Ninth. It depends on what I can fit in. But that's what I'm in the mood to read this week. And I feel like I really need to listen to my body and lean into this and just be like, look, you had a theme that you wanted to do. In a sense, you're still sticking to the theme, but it's not exactly what you were aiming for, essentially. I had like 3 books planned, and I'm just not in the mood for the other 2. This one I am still very intrigued about, and the fact that it is on my 24 books in 2024 means that I do still really want to get to it, but I really desperately want to read Harrow the Ninth. So I'm going to go into town and pick it up, because they do have a copy at Waterstones in town in Wigan. So I've got 2.5 hours till sprint, so I've got time to nip into town, pick it up and get back. It will take me maybe 45 minutes to do that in total, as long as I don't fuck around mooching around Waterstones too long. If they've got Nona the Ninth as well, I'll pick that up, but if not, I'll just get Harrow for the time being. I would order it off of Amazon, but it for some fucking reason it's barely available. I would have to buy it second hand off of Amazon, and it won't come until the end of next week, so which is no good to me at that point, you know. So I am gonna go and do that. So we're reading The Luminous Dead and Harrow the Ninth this week. If I read anything else, I will let you know. Also, I got a new gaming chair, and I built it last night, and I forgot to film any of it for you. But do we like? I kind of love it. It's cool. It's got this little cushion thing that I can move. I can take it off and move it. It's got a cushion down here for my back, because I struggle with a lot of back pain, and I can even plug this in, and it's a massager. It will massage as well. But I think it looks really cool. They had it in white, and I really wanted the white one, but this one had a discount on it. I could get 30 quid off, so I got this one instead. I built it last night. It was not easy to build. I had to YouTube a couple of videos to figure out just even how to do the legs. But I've done it, and it's really comfortable, and I love it, and I'm really happy. It was time, because I've still got this one. Yeah. It's going to stay there for the time being until I've sorted that box room out, and then it can go in there, because Andy might want it for the time being in there until we can get a couch. So I'm going to keep it for the time being, but it's going to just have to sit there for the time being, unless I'm doing videos, in which case I'll put it out on the landing. But until I've cleared that room out, it needs to stay. But yeah, it was time. I've had this chair for a really long time. This came from my dad's when I worked at my dad's. So I got it from his house. In fact, was it? No, it wasn't my mum's, because that was a white one. This was my chair at my dad's office, actually, and I think it moved in here. Matt and Tara were moved out, because I was using the back room as an office and my library, so maybe 8 years ago. So it's probably 10 years old, if not older. It's still fine, but it does, I'm sat here a long time some days, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here for 12 hours a day some days. So I needed to refresh. I do have just a very quick parcel to open with you as well. I treated myself just to some bookmarks and some little bits from a shop called Fleurs on Sunday, and they have some gorgeous bookmarks. Now I know you're probably sitting there going, Steph, you own a bookmark shop. I do, you're correct, but there's nothing like supporting a small company, you know. I love to support small businesses. I have one myself and I like to support others, and you know what, we don't do bookmarks like this, and these are really cute, so I thought I would get some. So we have Hot Girls Read F1 Romance. We have this gorgeous one which says For Keeps. It is a Johnny and Shannon one from Binding 13. We have Saltwater Heals Everything. This must be a freebie because I didn't buy this one. In fact, is there 2 in here? There's 2 in here. She also sent me You Are Very Cute. Bless her. Thank you so much. Wear the Hat, Ride the Cowboy. And then also Wishing Well Ranch for the Chestnut Spring series. We have Lifetime Membership Bad Witch Book Club bookmark, which I think is very cute. We've also got a Little Nervous Breakdown. What does that even say? A little nervous breakdown can really work wonders for a girl, which I thought was really funny. I can't remember if I actually ordered that one or not. And then we got this Stars Hollow one, which I think is gorgeous because I'm a big fan of Gilmore Girls. And then I did get this card as well for Andy for I don't know when, but I just thought it was really sweet. So yeah, I purchased them from Fleurs on Sunday. I will leave a link for Fleur's shop in the description box down below. Please do go and check her stuff out because these things are gorgeous. And I got a few with tassels on as well. I don't always love a tassel, but some days I'm just in the mood to have a tassel hanging out of my book. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, shout out to Fleur for sending me those and for the freebies as well. Thank you so much, my love. I truly appreciate it. So I'm gonna go. Oh Jesus, I'm gonna go into town. This morning I've already had quite a busy morning. I took about 12 bags to the charity shop and 3 boxes full of books to the library to donate. So I got rid of all of those. I wanted to make sure I got rid of all of that shit before we started emptying that room tomorrow, because I'm just going to end up with more bags for the charity shop. So I filled the car up and I went and did that, and now we're going to go back out again. This isn't like me. Usually I'm the type of person that's like, right, if I'm going out now, what else do I need to do while I'm out? And I get it all done in one go. I'm not the type of person that comes home and then goes back out again, but I desperately want Harrow the Ninth and I won't have time to pick it up tomorrow. And then I'm in work Wednesday and Thursday and I need to get it started, obviously. So I'm going to go and do that because I'm running out of time now rapidly, and I actually do need to edit a video as well. So I'm going to go and do that and I will take you with me. I'm back. It took longer than I thought. There was a lot of traffic on the road. It's 3 o'clock. So I've still got an hour until sprints start, which is good. I'll either edit or read, one of 2 things. But I ended up with both Harrow and Nona. So success for that, not cheap. It is what it is. They're those US, I think, oh, it's because they're tall. That explains it. That'll do it. So yeah, now I've got them both. I can read Harrow this week, which is great news. So yeah, I just wanted to come on. That's literally all I got as well. I went in for 1 thing, came out with 2, but did say that if Nona was there as well, I would buy it. So I did. Done and dusted. Right, I need to get myself ready for sprints. Hello. All right, it's a few hours later. We're still on Monday. it's 8 o'clock. I've been making some progress on The Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling. I am 130 pages in. I am bored as fuck. I'm really bored. This is very monotonous. It's been sold to me as The Martian, a thrilling atmospheric debut with the intense drive of the Martian and gravity and the creeping dread of annihilation. I DNF'd Annihilation. I've read The Martian. It's one of my favourite books of all time. The movie is fantastic. I love it. And I loved Gravity. I understand some people will get bored with that movie though. It is, you know, quite monotonous. This does not have the thrilling, atmospheric, intense drive of The Martian in the slightest. I do not understand the comparison other than the isolation. It's the only comparison I understand. I understand slightly the comparison with Gravity. And like I say, I DNF'd Annihilation. So far, I'm not freaked out. I'm not feeling isolated or claustrophobic or anything. I just don't really care. I've had a look, as I usually do on Goodreads, at some reviews of this, and it is very well, like, it's a mix of reviews on here. Some people absolutely love it, giving it 5 stars. Some people have not enjoyed it at all. The people that haven't enjoyed it have kind of wished that they didn't bother finishing it. Because it isn't a short book, you know, it's over 400 pages. So I think on that basis, I am gonna DNF this, because apparently the like creepiness and stuff doesn't come in till about 60% in, and I'm not waiting for that. Like, I want to be terrified the whole time. Also, I know that this is like a queer sci-fi horror, but to make a situation in which one of you is stuck in a cave and the other one controls your entire fucking suit a romance, wild concept to me, let me tell you. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just not having a good time. I'm bored, and I'm gonna DNF it because I am very, very bored. It's time to take this off my shelves. Just done in such a way that I'm DNFing as opposed to giving it a rating and either keeping it or unhauling it that way instead. It's a shame, I'm gutted. This has been on my shelves for a really long time, but I can tick it off on my 12 books, like 12 priority books for the year. And also they have Fantasy Bingo board as well, because it was on there for under, I'm desperate, my brain just finished that off with Under the Sea. Under the Surface, close. So that is happening. It's Monday. I've DNF'd my first book of the week. It's going well. I have decided though to trade it in for another book that's also on my fantasy TBR for Character with a Disability. I double checked because I was fairly certain the first one in this series was queer, and the second one is as well. So it is Clementine Book 2 by Tilly Walden. This one is a horror dystopia. It's got like zombies in and stuff. It's set in the world of The Walking Dead, and I loved The Walking Dead. I haven't finished watching The Walking Dead. I think I got to around season 5. Is it when they got to Alexandria? I got to around that point and then stopped watching. I'm not sure why, I just did. And I would really like to go back to it and carry it on, because I know that Rick and Michonne have got a new show now, and I would like to watch that. And also I know that Daryl and what's her face had a show as well. There's been like a few spin-offs, and I wouldn't mind watching some of them. So yeah, I'm gonna read this one. I think it is in black and white. It's quite heavy on the text, so I think I'm gonna give this a bash, and obviously also Harrow. So whether or not I read this tonight, I don't know, but I'm now adding it to my TBR for the week. I'm in the mood to give it a read, and I need to add something else now that I've DNF'd The Luminous Dead. I already forgot the name of it, but I think I'm gonna go into this and get some pages read of this so that I've at least started it, and yeah, see how it goes. I'm excited. So just wanted to come on, let you know my thoughts on Luminous Dead. What a great start to the week. It looks like we're no longer doing that sci-fi horror vlog. We're continuing on with the horror though, I suppose. I stopped trying to make it a themed vlog. Your mood reading. I just wanted to add something short on as well. I kind of liked last week that I read 2 books and a graphic novel. It was nice. So maybe we do the same thing this week. Maybe I don't get a second booking because this is much longer than Gideon was. And I have less time at home this week. We will see what happens. But that's going to be my intention, I think. I'm excited. Good morning. It is Tuesday. I've not long since woke up. Today my sister-in-law is coming round to help me clear out the box room. I have ADHD, so cleaning for me can be really difficult. It can seem like a monumental task that despite the fact that I know that it will probably only take me a handful of hours, I've convinced myself it will take me the whole day, if not the whole week to do, and I've not been able to. I've got started on it because I've taken these drawers out of there, and I've gone through my DVDs, which I forgot to take to the charity shop yesterday, and all of that stuff, but the rest of it, I get overwhelmed. So, and my sister-in-law knows this. Andy keeps telling me to just leave it until he moves in and he'll help me with it, but I'm sick of seeing it myself, to be honest. Like, I'm tired of seeing it a mess, and I would really like to. It can't be, you know, the room can't be renovated until all the stuff's come out. It needs painting and it needs the flooring doing, and I can't get the landing and stairs done until that flooring in there's been done. So she's gonna come around and help me today. She understands that I have an issue with cleaning, and body doubling really helps me out. She knows this. So, because she's an absolute legend and my hero, she's going to come round and help me out today. And I truly love her for that and appreciate her for that. She is bringing... why can I not do a messy bun? She's bringing Malado. Thomas is at nursery. Mr. Luca is going to be coming round with her. So she's bringing his little bouncer chair, and we're just going to set him up potentially on the floor in here, if not on the landing, out of the way, so that he can watch us. And hopefully he will be alright. I have said to her, if he's not, just having you here, even if you sat on a chair on the landing and just watch, having you here, if she could sit downstairs, to be honest, but having you here helps me. So that's what we're doing today. But I wanted to let you know, just put it in a fucking bubble because I can't be asked. I'm going to wash it later. It needs washing. I didn't see the point in doing it last night or this morning if I'm going to be sweating my back off today. I wanted to let you know that I have started Harrow the Ninth. I'm currently on page 55. I didn't get too far yesterday. And a number of things. I, for a split second, panicked that I would end up DNFing this book. Every other chapter is in second person POV. And I cannot stand second person POV. I've DNF'd other books for this, because of this. The 5th season was one of those, by N.K. Jemisin. And I know that's a well-loved book, but I couldn't get past the second person POV chapters, so I DNF'd it. And I was, oh, fucking hell, I was so worried, because there's an epilogue, which is in prologue, which is in second person, and I panicked. And then there's a paradox, which is normal, is it first person? I don't know the difference, honestly, but every other chapter is second person, and I panicked and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I went through the motions of, well, who am I? Who am I? And I couldn't figure it out for a little while, and then I did, and then I had a bunch of questions, and then I found myself tabbing things. Like, part of me wants to annotate the shit out of this book because I already have so many questions and so many things I want to flag up, but I think what I'm going to do for the time being is just tab, because sometimes I panic about annotating books that I'm not 100% certain I'm gonna love, on the basis that once I start tabbing this, if I get halfway through and I don't like it, this book is fucked, basically. It can still go to the charity shop, but there's less likely chance that it will end up selling for somebody else. I mean, some people are interested in other people's comments, but I'm not writing cohesive thoughts. I'm writing, what the fuck does that mean? And bullshit. Do you know what I mean? These are not cohesive thoughts. So I don't think anyone's stupidly interested in my annotations, but on that basis, I have started writing down some notes of things, like maybe predictions of stuff. I thought I was someone. It turns out I'm not that someone. I'm somebody else, but I'm confused as to why we're in second person for, why I am now that person. It's just confusing, okay? I think I'm more confused about this already than I was about Gideon at this point. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna get some clarity in Harrow because Gideon was unreliable as a narrator. She didn't know what the fuck was going on, so therefore we didn't know what the fuck was going on. This, it's like Tamsin went, okay, so we've got a more reliable narrator here. What can I do to fuck shit up for the reader? She's not that reliable, she's going mad. But yeah, we have the second person thing going on. I'm not hating it, it's bothering me. It's giving me some grief, but I'm not hating it right now. And I think I'm so intrigued and invested in why we have the second person chapters that I need to know why. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need to know why am I now that person? Why? For what reason? Why has that decision been made? I need to know. So yeah, anyway, the end of the chapter I've just read, also there was an entire sentence and now I'm confused again. Harrow was one of the main characters in Gideon. Gideon was the cav and Harrow was her necromancer. And yeah, we're now following her on. I'm also struggling just a little bit with trying to figure out the timeline here as well, because we're so many days or weeks before a certain thing happens, but I don't know how far after the events of Gideon this is, unless it's immediately. So that I'm a little bit confused with as well. I would prefer so many days after, like the beginning to be so many days after the events of Gideon the Ninth, and then work from the timeline of so many days before this event. Do you know what I mean? But it's, I'm sure I won't figure it out, and I'm sure it will all be okay as long as I'm having a good time. I am a little bit nervous because something happened at the end of Gideon that does mean that the dynamic may have changed ever so slightly because of that, and I'm worried I might not enjoy it because of that. There's a lot going on. I don't know how to explain. I mean, Megan obviously did a very good job with it, with her review, and going on about the fact that because Gideon doesn't know what the fuck is going on, we therefore didn't know what was going on in Gideon. I just don't know how to explain how these books make me feel. Like, in the moment, I am having such a fucking good time. I don't know what's going on, but I'm having a great time. Do you know what I mean? Like, trying to put this into words in a real world situation. What is a real world situation in which you might not know? I mean, life, honestly. You don't know what the fuck is going on, but you may be enjoying yourself regardless. That kind of situation. A roller coaster. I would not enjoy myself in a roller coaster, but some people do. They enjoy the thrill. You don't know how it's been made or how the gravity of it and everything is working. How are you staying in this cart, and how is this cart staying on the track upside down? You don't understand, but you're enjoying yourself regardless. I don't know if that analogy works or not, but anyway, yeah, I am still enjoying myself. I'm having a great time. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. I'm probably more confused than ever. And second person. I wouldn't let that put you off with this book though if you don't like second person. I know a lot of people don't like it. I fucking hate it. As a genuine rule, I don't read books with second person. And the minute I opened this and the prologue was second person, I was like, what the fuck mistakes have been made, because I'm going to end up DNFing this. But I'm going to continue on with it because I'm too nosy. I want to know why I am she. Why am I her? Why am I this character? Explain it to me. I need to know. I was so tempted yesterday to just Google it and find out, but I'm not going to do that. I did go on to Goodreads as well to see other people's reviews, and everyone else is in the same boat as me, so that's great. So yeah, I'm going to continue on with this. I don't know how much I'm going to get read today because I may go to Andy's later. I haven't decided yet. I'll see. I haven't decided yet. It depends on how long this takes as well, because I will need a shower after, and then it depends. So we're going to be cleaning out that box room today, and then I would like to read some more of this. I would like to get to like Act 2 if it's all possible, which I think is around 180 odd pages. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted on this though, and let you know how I'm getting on. And yeah, it is currently 22:10. I need to get myself downstairs, get myself a Monster and something to eat, and wash the pots from last night so I don't disgust the shit out of my sister-in-law. She's a much tidier person than I am. And put the washing on as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go and do that, and I'll see you in a bit when I've got more confusing thoughts to give you. Good morning, it's Wednesday and I'm getting ready to go to work, but I thought I would show you the progress in this room from yesterday. So the entirety of this floor was covered with stuff. There were still things hanging in the wardrobe. This had books all over it. It's so echoey in this room now. The cube thing had stuff in it. That box needs to go in the loft. This I still need to go through. This is just all my Funko Pop boxes. But it's looking so much better. These are my dad's books. I need to get them to him. This is another cube. Where did the other cube go? Oh, it's literally right there. This is another one of those, and I need to decide where they're going. But in general, like, this is empty now. In general, this room is looking so much better. I couldn't even come in here the other day. So shout out to my sister-in-law for being my absolute hero and helping me get this done. So much so that she actually ended up doing it all because Luca was not happy bunny. And I had to sit with him on my knee while she showed me stuff, and I was like, bin, charity shop, keep. So yeah, she absolutely crushed this, absolutely nailed it. And then the landing as well, excuse the carpet, is a mess, it's being replaced. The landing as well, pretty much done. These boxes are for my parents when they move. They could do with taking them, really. And then we did try putting Luca in the high chair just to, while we got stuff done, and it lasted about 20 minutes. But that can go back downstairs now, under the stairs, and pretty much, like, this was full of stuff as well. So this is really nice. It's the cleanest I've seen the landing in months. So yeah, huge difference made. I can now start looking at getting someone in. I think what I'm going to do is get my handyman to take this down. I would take it down, but I don't feel safe taking it down by myself. So I think I'm going to get my handyman to take this down and then decorate the room. Because it does need a lick of paint, and then I can get my carpet guy in to put the laminate down. It's the same laminate as what's in the bedroom and the office. I've already got it, it's downstairs. These are some leftover pieces. Put the laminate down, and then he can come and do the carpet and on the landing and stairs. And that will be pretty much it for major renos in the house, and I can't wait. So yeah, I just thought I'd come in and give you a quick update on what happened in here, because it was a pretty busy day. She was here for a few hours, and then she went downstairs and did the cupboard in the downstairs bathroom because I am too scared to do that cupboard. I don't go in that room very often. It just gets spiders a lot, probably because I don't use it very often and I don't like it. So she went in and she sorted that room out for me, which is fantastic. She is my hero and I love her dearly. So shout out to Tara, because I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without her. But yeah, so yeah, that is the update. I do need to give you a reading update, but I need to get myself off to work, so I'll come back and do that. Hello, it's Thursday. It's 7:15 in the evening. I've just got back from my brother's. I was at work and then I got my hair done, and then I've had some tea with my brother. The England game's been on. I don't know what score it finished. It was 1-1 when I left. But I'm here to give you a reading update. I've also got just a couple of parcels as well from Vinted. So I thought we could open them up together and see what we have inside. I'm going to open this one first. I obviously know exactly what they are because I've bought them. Okay, so this first one that I did get is a Waterstones exclusive that I I picked it up several times in the shop over like release time for it, and decided to keep putting it back because I wasn't at the time in my YA era, and I don't know if I'm 100% am back in my YA fantasy era, or whether I'm in my YA tagged wrong and is actually a new adult fantasy era. We're going to find out, I suppose. But the book in question is A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal. Hafsa Faisal. I feel like when I say it quick, I'm confident in what I'm saying, but I don't know if I'm saying it right. Hafsa Faisal. Maybe. This is the Waterstones exclusive. This is really pretty. I know that Fairyloot did a copy of this in their Fairyloot YA box, and I actually prefer the Waterstones one, I'm not gonna lie. I am still sad about not having the Fairyloot Crimson Moth though, but I have come to the conclusion that there's no point in me getting that one because, well, A, the resale value of it is like 80 quid, which I'm not paying, but B, I won't be able to get the next one in the series because I wasn't signed up for YA Fairyloot and I didn't get the first one, so I will end up just paying through the nose for it with the second one anyway, so there's no point. It is signed by the author and I'm looking forward to this one. I believe that this is, oh look at that map, that is beautiful. I believe that this one is like a heist, maybe a murder mystery, dark, action-packed and swoon-worthy. A Tempest of Tea is teeming with romance and revenge, led by an orphan girl willing to do whatever it takes to save her self-made kingdom. It sounds really, really good, to be honest, and I've heard great things, so I am very intrigued about that one. So I did get that from Vinted. And then this one, there were nearly tears for me over not getting this book. This is a broken binding book and it is the first in a trilogy that there's going to be, and this is one of my favourite books of all time, as well as my favourite movies. The movie to book adaptation is one of the best ones I've ever seen, and I just fucking love this book. So when I saw this edition of it, I was absolutely heartbroken to not be a subscriber of Broken Binding, and some of the resales on it were shocking, absolutely shocking. So I managed to find a reasonable one, and I ummed and ahed and I bartered with this person, and then I sat and thought about it for a little bit, but eventually I did think to myself, you're gonna regret it in future if you don't get it now. Not only that, but when the rest of them come out and they're a trilogy, they will be selling for a lot more, and I'm not bothered about having the trilogy, I'm only bothered about having this one. So yeah, I wanted this. I'm so fucking excited. I cannot believe I've got this book. I'm so excited. If the person who sold me this is watching this, thank you so much, because I can't tell you how much it means to me. I'm so excited to have this book. Like, I can't tell you. And I know I probably could have waited because there's a chance that they might have gone on sale with Broken Binding. I don't know if they wait until the rest of the trilogy is out or whether they do them bit by bit, but I didn't want to risk missing out on it and having to wait or having to pay for the entire trilogy just to get this one book. So the book in question is The Martian by Andy Weir. I fucking love this book. It's so good. I've read it 2 or 3 times. I watch the movie very regularly. It's one of my comfort films, so I watch it very regularly. I have enjoyed Andy Weir's one more of Andy Weir's books. I've DNF'd, this is the thing, I'm not bothered about the other 2 because I've DNF'd Artemis, but I've enjoyed, what was the other one that he did? Project Hail Mary. I've enjoyed that one. So I've DNF'd Artemis and I've enjoyed Project Hail Mary. So I wouldn't hate to have Project Hail Mary, but I'm not asked about having Artemis because I hated that book. I DNF'd it. It was really bad. So this is absolutely stunning. Look at those edges. So beautiful. A Mission to Mars, A Freak Accident, One Man's Struggle to Survive. I desperately want to reread this now because I've got this stunning edition. I truly, I don't think you understand how much it means to me that I have this edition. This will be one of my most prized possessions. One of my most, for me personally, one of the most important books on my shelves. For me personally, I know other people will look at my shelves and there will be other books for them that are way more important. Like a lot of people, some people will, you know, sell their soul for the Fair Elite Divine Rivals set. That's fine by me, but I would not. I would sell my soul for this. How pretty is that? How pretty is it? Look at it. This is a book I would sell my soul for 100%, 1000%. And, oh fuck, it just gets better. It just gets better. I'm not joking, it gets better. I'm not arsed about Artemis. I don't really care about Project Hail Mary. I liked it, gave it 4 stars. It was good, but I don't need a special edition of it. This, I've been wanting a special edition of this book for the longest time. So I am stoked to have a special edition of it. I'm not gonna lie. It's like if they did a special edition set of the Illuminate Files by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I would chop, in fact I'd get Thomas to do it because he's been soaring me up today. I would chop my own right arm off and give it to them. I don't need it. Oh no, I do. My left arm. I don't need it because I'm right-handed. I'd chop it off. They can have it for a special edition set of the Illuminate Files. I don't know what to tell you. This, I am buzzing my little head off. I am so happy to have this. If the person who sold me this is actually watching, I highly doubt they are. I'm about to message them to tell them how much it means to me that they've sent me this. It is signed as well. I just, what a fucking legend. If you are watching, thank you so much. This means the world to me, so thank you. I truly appreciate you. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I desperately want to reread that now. So that is my little haul for today. A couple of special edition books. The Martian I'm clearly stoked about. Let's talk about the book that I am currently reading. What is going on with me? I've just been talking about The Martian and the Illuminate Files, and I'm reading Harrow the Ninth. Am I in my sci-fi era? Sign me up. Right. I'm on page 196 of Harrow the Ninth. Confusion. Can't remember if I've already updated you on this. I feel like I have. I feel like I've told you that every other chapter is now not every other chapter. We're in more chapters of second person than we are in third, but we've got a lot of second chapter. I don't know what I'm doing in this book. I don't understand why I'm in this book. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like to be in this book. I would like to be on the outside looking in. Thank you very much. I don't know what I'm doing in here. I don't know. It's taken me a while to realise exactly who I am. I now know who I am, but I don't know why I'm here. And it's taking me a while to try and figure out if there is some timey-wimey shit going on in this, which I think there possibly is, or if it's just that we're in, it still makes no sense if we're in 2 different timelines though, because I don't understand that. It's got to be timey-wimey shit. I just am so fucking confused, so confused. And any other book, I would DNF in a heartbeat with the second person. For example, the 5th season, I DNF that book. Because I hate second person POV, hate it viscerally. I am not reading to be in the book. I'm not reading to do that. I'm reading to escape my real life and read somebody else's story that's having actually not always guaranteed a better time than me. Just read somebody else's story for a little while. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to take part. That's not what I'm here for. However, what I will say is with this one, I am so invested in this story and desperately would like to know why the fuck I'm here, what it is that I'm doing, and exactly what's going on with all this timey-wimey shit. And I'm just so confused that I'm going to carry on because I need to understand. I need to understand. My intrigue is taking over big time with this one. Big time. Normally, this is the sort of book that I would go, I cannot do this. I don't know what the fuck's going on and I don't get it and I don't like the writing style and I'm not enjoying myself. However, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't get it. I'm not a fan of the second person POV, but I am intrigued enough to know, to continue and find out what exactly is going on, because I need to know. I've got to know what is happening. So my intention is to sit down now a little bit for the rest of the evening and do some more reading. It's currently 7:30, so I would like to do some more reading. I might have a break for a minute though and just watch, because I've been obviously at my brother's today. I didn't sleep great last night. Andy was up and down, up and down, up and down all night. Thomas wasn't well yesterday. Luke has not been well today. It's been a lot. So I might just give myself a little bit of a break, watch a couple of videos on YouTube, because Becca's uploaded the next Scrap It or Shelve It, and there's another video I think I want to watch as well. So I think I might watch those and then sit down to read for the rest of the evening. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm reading that. I've also been reading a little bit. I wasn't going to mention this until I was a bit further into it, but I have been making some progress on it. I have also been reading Mina and the Cult. My physical copy's upstairs. I want to try and finish this by the end of the month because I'm sick to death of seeing it on my TBR half read. So I'm now 67% through and I'm feeling a little bit more confident about the fact that I can finish this. Maybe not this week, but by the end of the month, so maybe by the end of next week. But I am, like, in the evening, I'll sit and listen to this for a little bit. Like, I listened to some yesterday before Andy got home from work. And then in the evening, because I didn't want to flick his lamp on because he was flat out, I just read some of this. So in the evenings, I've been picking this up and reading, you know, 10% here or whatever, and 5% there or whatever. But slowly but surely I'm making my way through this. So that's the other thing I'm reading. I haven't read Clementine yet, and I still do want to read that this week, and I don't know when. So yeah, I've got some shit to do, but I'm gonna make a move, watch a little bit of TV, I think, just try and relax a bit, and then I will get on with some reading. So I will check back in with you when I've got something else to update you on. I'm so fucking stoked about this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really fucking happy.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
It's Friday afternoon, it's 1:20. I don't know where my brother is. We're supposed to be going to Costco and he said, oh, we might end up going earlier than normal, than we were anticipating, sorry. I was like, all right, okay, what time were you anticipating going? He said around 1ish, so it might be like 1:15. It's 1:20. Costco is at the back of my house, so they're coming from theirs and I'm going to meet them there. My brother's got a card, but I haven't got one, so I don't know where they are. God knows. Anyway, I'm here to give you a little bit of a reading update. I didn't read as much as I'd hoped last night. I did get a reasonable chunk in, but I didn't read as much as I'd hoped. I was hoping to only have a couple of hours left this evening, but I've got like just shy of 4 hours. So I'm on page 295, Act 4, we're up to. I'm still not really I'm none the wiser. No, none the wiser. I'm writing things down on paper, so I've got like I'm using one of my Daisy and Bee notepads. This isn't any of my notes, this is for the Greece trip. But I've got like this twice at the moment of notes for this book so far, where I'm trying to figure out what in the hell is going on, and it's just not happening. So it is what it is. Yeah, so I don't know. I've nothing to update you on other than the fact that I'm still none the wiser. I think I thought I figured something out last night, but I'm not sure if I did, because something's different about it. So I think, the problem is I can't give you any of my thoughts with this, because it would spoil it. Not only would it spoil this book, but it would spoil Gideon, and I don't want to do that. All I will say is that, would I recommend picking these books up? Yes. Do I know what's going on? Absolutely not. But is that the point? Yes. This is... The first one is not only a murder mystery, but it's a mystery to the reader. It's a mystery to Gideon. It's a mystery to the reader. In this one, it's also a mystery to the reader. I don't know if it's a mystery to Harrow. I'm not sure if she knows what the fuck is going on. But on the basis that she's insane, I don't think she knows what's going on, and therefore we don't know what's going on. She's incredibly unreliable, and I think people that struggle with unreliable narrators may struggle with these books, but what I would say is this is the most fun I've ever had with an unreliable narrator before in my life. I'm so desperate to know what is going on that I just keep plowing through this book. Do I have thoughts of, is this worth it? Because it's taking me a while to get through, on the basis I have to sit and follow along with the audiobook, with the book. It is taking me a while to get through, because normally what I would do is stick an audiobook on and be productive, make thumbnails for my videos, you know, import footage ready to edit, take Instagram photos, put books on Vinted, pack orders, tidy the house up. You know, I would normally put headphones on and be productive and get through audiobooks that way. With this, I cannot do that. I have to sit and read along with the audiobook. So I'm feeling very unproductive when I'm reading this, and part of me is like, is it worth it? The other part of me is like, if I was to put this down now, not a single part of me wants to DNF this, but I have thought about it, just to be like, how does it make me feel to think about DNFing this book? It makes me feel a little bit sick to DNF this book. If I put this down and didn't come back to it, this would forever be on my mind. I would forever be thinking, what happened to Harrow? What happened? Where did the story go? Why? For what reason? Why am I in the book? Am I still in that book? This is what would happen. That would be my thought process. I would never stop thinking about it. So it's not even an option to DNF it, but yes, it's taken me a long time to get through. Will I go straight into Nona after this? I'm not sure. It's all going to depend how this ends, but I don't know. I'm still hopeful I'll get this finished today, so that all I've got to read is Clementine and make some more progress in Mina, hopefully. I think if I don't get this finished today, I may not finish it in this weekly vlog, and it may run into next week, which is fine, but I would like to wrap it up this week, I think. Again, I may get to the end and not be able to tell you anything about it other than how I feel about it, because I can't spoil it, obviously. So that's my update on that. Also, I got a set of Lucy and Yaks, and they came this morning. I got them in black because I'm basic and I wanted to just try them first before I got like a fancy colour or whatever. I got the long ones. I have got my horror Crocs on with it, and they are very long. I will probably end up cuffing the bottom when I put my shoes on. But I put them on this morning. It's really, really warm outside, okay? I've put them on with just a cropped tee from Shein, I think. Just a dark one. And then I've popped these on. I'm not going to lie. I feel like a child. And I kind of like it. It probably doesn't help that I've got my hair braided. I had it coloured yesterday. Oh, I told you. It probably doesn't help that I have the French braids in, but I feel like a child and I kind of like it. I feel like a giant child. Also, I nipped to the shop this morning to get my Monster and forgot I'd just put these on and made the decision that I was going to wear them for the day. Forgot that I had the tag in the back. And the owner of the shop spotted it and was like, love, your tag's in the back of your outfit. I was like, oh no, and he went, don't worry about it, it's fine, it happens all the time. And the lady behind the counter cut it off for me, bless her. It was very, very sweet. My sister-in-law's just texted me to say they're 15 minutes away. So I'm going to go and put my shoes on and make a move. But I just wanted to show you my Lucy and Yaks. I love them. I don't know. I might try and get a set of the cotton ones, but I don't think they've got as much as give as the corduroy ones. Is that what it's called? But I'm just not sure how I feel about the feel of the corduroy ones. Like, I've got a set of... I've got a couple of black dungaree dresses. One of them's corduroy, the other one's not. And I prefer the one that's not, if that makes sense. But this is very comfy. I love it. I'm obsessed. I want some more. They're not cheap, though. So I may need to wait till, like, my birthday or Christmas to see if my parents will get me some. But, yeah, love it. I kind of wish I'd gotten a shorter set, but also... This is kind of breezy because I've literally got the t-shirt and then my underwear on underneath and that's it. And because it's a short t-shirt, it's very breezy, like in the armholes when I'm walking. I kind of like it. So anyway, I'm going to go and I'll check in with you in a little bit.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merchant change, but your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn. When we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. Just what it was needed, clean in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice dead, and in the eyes of time, nobody is losing. The sparrows will be here by dawn. When we find it's over, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt.
Fucking state of my hair. I have a horrible feeling this battery's gonna die before I can give you this update in its entirety. Why does it look like I've been playing with a plug socket? I feel like I've been playing with a plug socket, I'm not gonna lie. It's gone 10 o'clock in the evening. Oh, this fucking series. I truly went into this one thinking this is gonna make way more sense because Harrow seems to know what the fuck's going on. She did in the first book. Gideon had no fucking clue, which makes sense as to why we didn't know. So I was like, oh, some things will get cleared up in this book and it's gonna make more sense and I won't be as confused. How fucking wrong was I? Excuse the fuck out of me for assuming that would be the case. Can't tell you much more than what I've already said. By the end of this, did I 100% know what's going on? No, I had to sit on the sofa once I'd finished it for about 10 minutes and out loud talk myself through exactly what I'd learned through this book. And I still have not understood what's going on, or fully who is what, why, for what reason. I think I've given myself a load of new fucking lines on my forehead because I'm constantly doing this at my book. Second person POV. Oh, listen, it got even more complicated than just having a second person POV, okay? So I don't like the second person POV. We've been through this several times in this video. We had a second person POV, we had a third person POV. Third person POV was Harrow. The second person POV took me a while to figure out who it was. I had some theories. It turns out one of those theories was in fact correct. Shout out to me. However, not entirely what I thought it was going to be. And then our second person POV turned into first person POV. And I literally in the middle of the chapter, we literally went from you this, to you, me this, I this, you, me, I, what? One minute I was in the book and the next I fucking wasn't. I was yeeted out of the book and I had no warning and I didn't know what was going on. And all of a sudden somebody else was in my place. That battery could not have died at a more perfect position. I'm not sure. I don't know how to articulate my feelings with this book. I think I still really enjoyed it, and I actually think what's going to happen here is that I'm going to go back to my rating for Gideon and it's going to go up, and I think this will be 4 stars. So right now I think my rating for Gideon is 4, and then I said in my vlog that it should be 4.5. Honestly, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since, and I think Tamsin Muir might need some help. No, I think Tamsin Muir is incredibly clever. I think someone needs to check in on her, make sure she's all right first of all. But the way her brain works, and you know, the other thing as well is that, so Electo hasn't come out yet. What happened was, I figured it out. What happened was, Gideon the Ninth came out, and the third book in that moment was going to be Electo, and it was going to be a trilogy. And then Harrow came out, and I've read somewhere, because I've been looking to see if there's a release date for Electo, I've read somewhere that Harrow, both Gideon and Harrow were written by the time Gideon was picked up. So the publishers decided to do them a year apart, which, you know, I agree. I've always said if I ever wrote a book, whether it would be some standalones or a trilogy, like a series, I would want to have my first 2 at least, if not 3 books written before I even go to a publisher with my first book, because the fear of the thought of having writer's block and people waiting on a book in a series, it fills me with complete fucking dread. So if I was writing a trilogy, I'd want the whole thing to be done and dusted before I even went to a publisher, and the only thing I would need to do then is edits and all of that stuff, and I can then focus on what comes after that trilogy. I literally couldn't think of anything worse. So what's happened is Harrow's then come out, and it turns out that she's changed her mind. Nona was part of Electo, I think, and then it's been split into 2 books. So and what gives me this, you know, it's gone from in here, where in Gideon it said Gideon the Ninth, Harrow, and then Electo, it now says Gideon, Harrow, Nona, and Electo. So what was my point? Oh, so Electo has been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, I believe. I think there was like a release date for 2023 for it, and now it's been pushed back again. But it looks like there's a release date now for like the 1st of January next year. I don't know how true that is, I'm not sure, but it looks like there's a release date for the 1st of January next year. Listen to me now. the person that edits these books, Tamsin Muir's editor, needs all the time in the world and the respect to edit these books. Imagine being, listen, as the reader, I am confused as fuck. Imagine being Tamsin's editor, and having to edit this whilst not knowing what the fuck it is you're reading. How? I take my hat off. I take my hat off to Tamsin for writing it in the first place, because this is fucking wild, honestly. This is some of the craziest shit I've ever read. Very cleverly done. I do on occasion feel incredibly dense, but I think you're meant to. I think the whole point in these books is that you're meant to feel dumb because nobody knows what the fuck is going on. There were several quotes in here of, what the fuck? And I was like, I concur. I agree wholeheartedly. And also someone said, I literally don't know what's going on. And I was like, same, bitch, same. So take my hat off for Tamsin for writing it in the first place. The editor though, oh shit, could never be me. So yeah, Tamsin's editor, you take all the time you need with Alecto, but also can we, you know, maybe speed that up just a little bit. No pressure. So now I don't know what to do with myself. I think it's gonna get 4 stars. It was good. Question mark. It was fantastic. It was great. I'm still none the wiser as to what is going on fully. I believe Nona clears things up a little bit, which I'm really hoping will be the case, but similarly, I've got no fucking idea who Nona the Ninth is. So when I obviously read Gideon, I knew straight away who Harrow was. I now know who, well, I don't know who Alecto is. Alecto has been mentioned at the end of this though, but I do sort of know who Alecto is. I'm lying. I do kind of know who Alecto is. Don't know that story. Clearly it's not been written yet. No clue Nona is. Nona hasn't been mentioned once, I don't think, unless I've missed it. So again, I don't know if this has been a case of Harrow was written and then she decided to release Nona as the 3rd book instead of, you know, Alecto. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But yeah, it was a very confusing, fun time. I do think I prefer Gideon over this one. I just love Gideon as a character. I think she's fucking fantastic. I think she's hilarious. And the banter between Harrow and Gideon was just outstanding in the 1st book. There are reasons why it's not the same in here, but I'm not going to say anything that will spoil. It just wasn't the same. That's all I'm going to say. But the vibes were still there, they just weren't 10 out of 10 like they were in Gideon for me. They were more like a 9 out of 10, which is still very, very good, you know? So now I need to decide what to do with myself, because that's a really big bug. Where have you come from? Oh no, it's on its back. Where has it come from? I don't like it. I don't like anything with more than 4 legs. Gross. Back to... Oh no, it's freaking me out. I don't like it. I'm getting really warm. Back to the subject at hand. I actually need to go upstairs because I can't make this decision down here. So let's do that. Hello. I've been sat here for like the last hour and a half. Just updating shit. I've been sorting core pile out. I've been trying to figure out what to pick up next. I did try and rescue that bug, but it died. I put a glass over it to try and get it with paper underneath so I could throw it outside, and it died the minute I put glass on it. So I don't know if it exhausted itself too much before I could get to it. I'm not sure. But I have rated Harrow. It's gotten 4 stars. And I've put my full review. I don't know if it's cohesive at all, but I suppose that ties in with the book nicely. I've put my review on Goodreads, and then I was just trying to figure out what to read next, honestly. I really do want to go into Nona and the Ninth, but I just feel like maybe I need just a little bit of a break, even if it's just a few. I need to keep that. Even if it's just a few days, I need a little bit of a break. You know what I really want right now? It's just a really easy breezy romance on audio. That's what I want right now. Something that I can stick on and I can actually get some shit done around the house. Because this week I haven't been able to do, apart from Tuesday when I actually spent like a good portion of the day with my sister-in-law getting stuff done, I haven't been able to do much around the house because I've been sat physically following along with this. So, well, not that one, Harrow. So with the audiobook, so I just need like a really good, you know, like the Chestnut Spring series, Elsie Silver, Ali Hazelwood, something really easy breezy like that. My issue is that I've done extensive research on this to see if I can find something, but those those authors don't have queer books, so I'm a little bit, I was a little bit stuck. I don't know, I've got a couple of books that I could do. So I've got the Boyfriend subscription, which is on, I have the audiobook on BookBeat. I don't know anything about it. It's by an author called Stephen Salvatore, and it's very, very new. Salvatore delivers all the feels with this charming queer revamp of Pretty Woman. For fans of fake dating romances, this will be a treat. Pretty Woman is one of my favourite movies of all time. All time. A simple deal and complicated feelings. Teddy Hughes has lost his marriage, his business, and now he can't find another beer in his favourite dive bar, so he has no choice but to leave New York for good. But then a gorgeous stranger walks in with cheekbones that could cut glass. Like the leather harness he wears under his suit, Cole Vivian is a mass of contradictions. He's a successful entrepreneur whose app, Verstal, allows consumers and sex workers to form real, if temporary, connections, but Cole needs a fake boyfriend so he can project a more traditional image for a potential investor, and Teddy, shy, smart, and so much more hotter than he knows, is perfect for the part. Cole has two conditions: no kissing or falling in love, and in exchange for 1 week together, Teddy will get enough money to get back on his feet, but breaking the rules is so much more fun. Ooh. That actually does sound really up my street. It's only 8 hours and 20 minutes on audio, so it'll only take me 4 hours, 10 minutes to get through. The other option is to go back to a book whose series I started this month, and read the next book in that series, and that is The Only Light Left Burning by Eric J. Brown. I just don't know, this is dystopian, so I just don't know if it's going to have the fun rom-com-y type, you know, brain fuel. I don't want to think. That's what I want. I don't want to think right now. I think I've been doing too much of it. Gideon and Harrow have had me thinking so much. I'm going to end up with new frown lines on my forehead just because of those books, honestly. And I don't want to think. And I think that this could mean just a tad too much thinking than what I'm actually looking for right now. So maybe not with that. But then the other option is Chef's Kiss by TJ Alexander. This has been on my shelves for a while. And I have another TJ Alexander, which is Second Chance in Newport Stephen. Something like that. It's a Christmas one though. I did also look at picking up Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochrane. That is also a Christmas romance. But I feel like I should save them for Christmas, or even like literature readathon in August maybe. So this one is a high-strung pastry chef, a laid-back kitchen manager. It's a clear recipe for disaster in this deliciously fresh and witty queer rom-com. So following Simone Larkspur, who is a typical recipe developer at the Discerning Chef, a venerable cook and magazine publisher. All she wants to do is create the perfect loaf of sourdough, but when her boss decides to bring their brand into the 21st century by pivoting to video, Simone is unhappily thrust into the spotlight. To make matters worse, Simone has to deal with Ray Lighton, the new test kitchen manager, whose obnoxious cheer and outgoing personality are like oil to Simone's water. When Ray accidentally becomes viral sensation with a series of homebrewed videos, their eccentric editor-in-chief forces Simone to work alongside the chipper upstart, or else risk losing her beloved job. But the more they work together, the more Simone realises she's melting like butter for Ray. Things get even more complicated when Ray comes out as non-binary, 2 mixed reactions, and Simone must choose between the career she fought so hard for and the person who just might take the cake and her heart. It does sound really good, and it looks like it could be a quick, easy read maybe. And I have not checked the audio for this one. I should probably do that. Fairly certain that's also on BookBeat. 9 hours and 38, so it's a little bit longer. But this has also been on my shelves longer. Like, the Boyfriend subscription isn't even on my shelves. It's just an audiobook that I found on BookBeat because it's recently come out. So maybe I should do this one, I think. And then at least I'll have tried this author as well. I don't think I've read from TJ Alexander before. No, I haven't. There's a second one to this as well called Chef's Choice, I believe. And then there's also Triple Sec, which came out this year. Excuse me. Oh wow. This, Chef's Choice, and Second Chance in Newport Stephen came out. All 3 of them came out last year. And then Triple Sec came out this year. Nice. Okay, I think I'm actually going to go for this one. I just wanted to run through it with you because I've been sat here now for an hour and a half trying to figure out what the hell to pick up next. I just really wanted something dead easy, like a cowboy romance or a dark romance, you know? Head empty, no thoughts. That's what I need right now, I think. So that's going to be my plan. I'm so tired. This may run into next week. I'm going to try and start it in the morning when I get up. I don't know if I'll get a chance to start it this evening, I'm not sure. I kind of just want to go down and watch a little bit more TV, to be honest. We'll see. Oh, excuse me. Oh, or I might log in on here on Netflix or something and watch something on there. We'll see. I may start this, try and get like 20 pages in or something. Just that I've started it. And then try and make some progress in that in the morning, but it may run into next week. Obviously tomorrow I'll be going to Andy's at some point. I do need to sort myself out. Do a little bit of tidying around the house, so again I can stick my headphones in and do that tomorrow. Do some tidying around the house, have a shower and go to his, and then I need to wrap Thomas's presents, and I need to nip to the card shop and get him a birthday card as well. That's something else I need to do in the morning. I've got so much to do. Right, I'm gonna go. Good morning. It's Saturday. I did not in fact start reading anything yesterday. I went back downstairs. The bug had moved, so it wasn't dead. And I doom scrolled for, I'm not joking, about 2 or 3 hours. So yay for that, and then went to bed. It's kind of late. It's 20 to 12, not 22, 20 to 12, and I need to go to the card shop, pick up Thomas a card. But I have a couple bits of things to open with you. So I am excited that this has come in time because I was concerned that it might not do. It's my summer ween tea. Very excited. So I could put this on now and, well, not now, but film my TBR next weekend. So we've got the Feraloo adult box, and this is the book, The God and the Gummy Hoe by Sophie Kim. Very pretty indeed, gorgeous sprayed edges, very nice. The end papers are stunning. Oh my god, beautiful, obsessed. These are gorgeous. Oh, how adorable. I love. Is this signed? Is it meant to be signed? Oh yeah, there we go. Dear reader, letter and signed from the author. And underneath the dish jacket, oh that's pretty. What is this about? Kim Haney, the once terrible gummy hoe, known as the Scarlet Fox, spends her days working at a cafe and trying not to let a certain customer irk her. Sioka Sioka? I don't know. A trickster god exiled from the heavens spends his days hunting demons, pining for his lost home and irking a particular gummy home. When the demon of darkness escapes the underworld and the Scarlet Fox emerges from hiding before quickly vanishing, Sioka is offered a chance at redemption. Kill them both and his sins will be forgiven. But Hani is prepared to do anything to prevent Sioka from bringing her to justice. Anything, that is, except fall in love. Adorable. So that's exciting. Right, and then I've got this one from Book Break, Pam Macmillan. I wonder what this is. Ooh. Okay, I haven't requested this. I don't think I have anyway. This is translated, by the looks of things, The Restaurant of Lost Recipes by Hisashi Kashiwai. My apologies if I've got that wrong. Every meal is a mystery. Tucked away down in Kyoto Backstreet lies the extraordinary Kamigawa Diner, where a father-daughter duo serve more than just mouth-watering feasts. The pair are food detectives offering a service that goes beyond traditional dining. Through their culinary sleuthing, they reconstruct beloved dishes from the memories of their customers, creating a connection to cherish moments from the past. Among those who seek an appointment include a one-hit wonder pop star who wants to try the tempura that she ate to celebrate her only successful record, and a budding Olympic swimmer who desires the bento lunchbox that his estranged father used to make him. The Kamigawa Diner doesn't just serve meals, it's a doorway to the past through the miracle of delicious food. The Restaurant of Lost Recipes, translated from Japanese by Jessie Kirkwood, is the second book in the best-selling mouth-watering sleuthing series by Hisashi Kashiwa. Comes out on the 3rd of October this year. That's fascinating. Oh, the first one's called the Kamigawa Food Detectives, I believe. So I may have to hunt that down so I can read these in order. That would be great. This is adorable. It's not too long either. It is just 200 pages. Thank you so much to Book Break for sending me that one. I did not know that was coming, so thank you. So, cute little book haul as well as my Summerween t-shirt. Really need to get myself off to the card shop, so I'm going to go and do that and then wrap Thomas's presents, and then I can start cleaning the house, probably pop my headphones on and do some cleaning. So I'll check in with you in a bit. Guys, I don't know what's going on. I don't want to scare it. But there's this little birdie. Oh, it's flown away. Will it come back? I don't know if it's got a nest somewhere, but there's this little bird and it keeps sitting. Don't ask me about this. My radiator came on it a while ago and I haven't gotten rid of it yet. Oh, is it coming back? It's on. Can you see it? Yesterday it kept flying into the window and I don't know what's wrong with it, if it's okay or not. Today it just keeps. Can you see it? Don't mind my window. There we go. Today it keeps sitting on here, like on the. Just keeps coming back. And I'm not sure why. I don't know if there's something around here or something, like if it's got a nest or something. I'm not sure what's going on, but anyway, just wanted to show you. Also, it's glorious outside. Right, I'm here to wrap Thomas's presents up, and I thought I would very quickly show you what I've got him. That bird's still flying around the garden. His card, Spider-Man themed. He's mad for Spider-Man at the moment, so a Spider-Man themed card. I wanted a Spider-Man themed bag, but they didn't have one, so I've got this. We've got Spider-Man themed wrapping paper. We has a Marvel blanket that he's going to be stoked for and love. We've got a Spider-Man cushion. He's got this cute little Echo Dot Kids that he's very excited about and hasn't shut up about because he asked for this. So he's very excited about his dinosaur Alexa. That's what he keeps calling it. So he's stoked for that. What I will say is that I am a bit annoyed that they've gone and stuck the actual label on the box instead of putting this in a box. And then, you know, I know they're trying to save the planet, but come on, guys. Then I got him this Spider-Man colouring set. Listen, I've gone all in with the Spider-Man, okay? Spider-Man colouring set. It's got loads of pens in it, and I think he's going to be really excited about it because he loves colouring. And then this cute little matching letters thing, so you can put like a card in the top that will say like boot or something, and then they can spell it. And I think it'll really help him with his spelling and stuff like that. So we're obviously trying to encourage more learning for him. So hopefully that will help and he will enjoy that. So yeah, some pretty cool stuff, I think. I hope he's happy with it all. Fingers crossed. Imagine if he was not. So I'm just going to get this all wrapped. And then I do need to potter around and just, I feel like I need to take this label off. I'm gonna leave it. I do need to potter around, just tidy up a little bit the house. So I will do that. I've eaten something as well. I need to take some ibuprofen because I have got a cracking headache. And now that I've eaten something, I can take some. So yeah. Let's get this wrapped. And done. Do you reckon there's enough Spider-Man? You're so clever. You're clever. Thomas? Give me 5.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Thomas. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! 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 Give it a blow.
Yay! Come.
Good job. Hello team, I'm here to wrap this vlog up. My apologies to start off with for the din. It's 1,799 degrees right now, so I've got the window open and Andy lives on a main road. I was about to say for now, but he's also moving in at mine this week into a main road. So, not moving into a main road, but moving into a house that's on a main road, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm here to wrap this vlog up. I don't have all of the books with me, obviously, because I'm at Andy's, but I've DNF'd a book. I have finished 2 and I've started another one. So let's go through them really quickly. I did DNF The Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling. I wasn't having a good time with this one and I've explained my reasons why in the beginning of this video. Then I did finish Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. Loved it, it was so good. Give it 4 stars. Still very confused. Still think that I should definitely try and plow on with Nona the Ninth pretty quick. Then I did read Clementine book 2. I started this one, in fact I read most of this yesterday morning. Sunday morning, it is Monday today and I'm wrapping this up now. Sunday morning, I enjoyed this. This is book 2 in this series. It's based in the same world as The Walking Dead, so it's got zombies and stuff. And we met our characters in the first book, and in this one they've ended up finding themselves in a situation where they ended up on this island and they were living a pretty good life, but things have kind of all gone a little bit tits up. And I enjoyed it. I haven't run it through Corpal yet. Oh, it's going to be a trilogy, so there's going to be one more, which is pretty cool. I haven't run it through Corpal yet, but I reckon it's probably going to get like a 3.5, 4 star. It was good. I enjoyed it. I will say sometimes some of the, like, there's quite a lot of text on some of the pages and sometimes they're not pointing at the right character and it can drive me insane. But overall, 3.5, 4 stars. I did enjoy it. And then I also started on audiobook Chef's Kiss by TJ Alexander, so we'll be continuing on with this in the next vlog. I didn't get too far at all. I got to page 23, so I'll be continuing on with this in the next vlog. I will say initial thoughts with this one is that our main character Simone, so we're following Simone, we're also following Ray. Simone is a chef and her is it the company, her boss decides to bring their brand into the 21st century by pivoting to video. Simone is unhappily thrusted into the spotlight. To make matters worse, Simone has to deal with Ray Lighton, the new test kitchen manager, whose obnoxious cheer and outgoing personality are like oil to Simone's water. Ray accidentally becomes a viral sensation with a series of homebrew videos. The eccentric editor-in-chief forces Simone to work alongside the chipper upstart or else risk her beloved job. The more they work together, the more Simone realises she's melting like butter for Ray. Things get even more complicated when Ray comes out at work as non-binary to mixed reactions. So, sounds like an interesting but relatively heavy romance, to be fair. I was looking for like a fluffy, very quick rom-com. This may not be giving me what I'm looking for, but I am finding Simone quite insufferable. I think she's quite self-centered. Ray is like a ray of sunshine, and I'm enjoying that, but Simone's very... she likes things done a certain way, and I can understand that, like, but I do think she's a little bit high-strung. There was a miscommunication with Ray and Simone to start off with, and this is the reason why Simone has immediately gone in defense mode and does not like Ray, and I don't think it's fair to have done that to them, but I don't know. So far I'm not enjoying Simone's character as a whole, and this story is told from Simone's POV as well. So we'll see. I'm going to continue with it on in the upcoming vlog for the rest of the week. But yeah, for the time being, that is everything that I read this week. So I did finish 2 books, DNF'd 1 and started another. So it's gone alright so far, to be fair. And other than Chef's Kiss, all of them had dead people in it in one way or another. I don't know how the Luminous dead came into that, but it had dead on the title. And then we had Harrow and the Ninth, which had necromancers. And then this one, which is set in the world of The Walking Dead. So we did have a kind of theme going until I brought this into the mix. Thomas had a fantastic birthday yesterday. He had a great time. I didn't film too much, but I did film a few things, and then last night I decided to edit the whole vlog because it's currently about an hour and a half. So other than this last clip, the whole thing has been edited now. I decided to do it last night. Andy fell asleep really early, so I just got my laptop out and decided to do that work so that it's done, because this week is going to go from 0 to 100 pretty quick, I think. So for the rest of the week I've done, in fact you don't need to know because this will go in this week's vlog. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Chat to me in the comments down below. Have you read the Locked Tomb series? Let me know your thoughts. Because I'm intrigued, and if it's on your radar, have I encouraged or discouraged you to pick that series up? Because I hope I haven't discouraged you. It is very confusing, but it's meant to be that way. So I would say pick it up and thrive in the confusion. Just don't give yourself extra frown lines like I have. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Chat to me in the comments down below, and I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.